Hi, welcome to the Jan Johnson program, and thank you so much for tuning in today. You know, I've always said that the network marketing profession offers you the opportunity for personal growth with a compensation plan attached to it, and that if you stick around long enough to get the personal growth, you're going to get the compensation. And lately I've been thinking a lot about the fact of how much decisions we make on a day-to-day basis for other aspects of our life work exactly in that same fashion. If you stick with them and follow through, you're going to get the reward that you're looking for. And so I've recently discovered 10 items based on the fact that I chose to start getting some exercise at the beginning of the year, and how much those 10 things correlate exactly to my network marketing business, and how much that applies to deciding to do something and sticking with it and the end result you get. So I wrote down these 10 things because I want to share them with you. First of all, it was in the end of December, all of a sudden I was saying, I have to get a routine. I've gone in and out of exercise in various stages of my life, and I've done weightlifting, I've done running, I've done yoga, and so what can I do that I make sure that I'll stick with, and I'll put it into routine because I need to have this. I need to do it. And so at the end of the year, that's what I made up my mind to do. And so what I did was that I actually made the decision to change. I got on the internet, I started looking around. So the first thing was to make a decision that I wanted to change. The second thing was that I started investigating what it was that I was going to do. And I finally found a Pilates machine that I knew would work for me. I really looked at all the routines they were doing, and with the lower back problems that I have, I thought this is perfect for me. But then number 3, I had to figure out how to fit it into my life. Where I was going to put the machine to make sure that I would use it, how it would fit in. And I realized that, you know, just down the hall from here at my office, there was a second office that I wasn't really using. I could set the machine up in there. And oh, by the way, you know, I can fold it up and put it in the closet and put a couple blow-up beds in there, make it a real cute little extra room for my granddaughters when they come very easily. I've got a dual purpose involved, and this will really be something I know I'll do. And so then what happened is that I had to make a commitment. That was the fourth thing that I had to do. I had to order the machine, pay for it, push the button, and make that commitment. That was number 4. So I did that. And then the number 5 thing was that when I got the equipment the first week in January, I had to get it out of the box, I had to set it up, I had to figure out how to use it, I had to start integrating it into my life. That's number 5. Number 6 was that I had to figure out how to get trained on this thing. This was only me. Nobody else was helping me. There were a couple of DVDs in the box. I had to pull them out, I had to put them in the computer, and I had to watch them and figure out how to do it. And by the way, the first DVD I looked at, when I sat down and tried to do this, it took 2 hours to do, to manipulate through every single solitary exercise. And then also there was another DVD in the box that was for aerobics, and that took another hour. And then I had figured out I did it wrong. The aerobics was supposed to be first, and I needed to do both simultaneously when I was doing aerobics first and then do the Pilates stretching exercise. This was a total of 3 hours now. How was I going to fit this in? But I was going to push through until I got it done. There were a couple of the exercises I couldn't even do at first. I have lower back problems, and I couldn't even bend over to get my body contorted in the fashion to do them. It was so painful. This made me know I really needed it. Experiencing the pain made me realize how much I needed it. So I pushed through. That was actually the 7th thing that I did, was push through and learn it. The 8th thing then was, because I was so determined, I did it every day, 5 or 6 times a week, just to make sure that I could learn how to do it and get through it and maybe get it down. Do you know, I got it down to being 50 minutes a day. From taking 2 hours for one routine and 1 hour for another, I got the total of the aerobic and the Pilates stretching down to 50 minutes a day. And as I worked through it even, I started getting ahead of the instructor, because I was setting it up every day with my laptop and looking and watching and having her guide me, and at first having to stop and me catch up, to the point where I had to then fast forward it because she was behind me. And as I did this, I was getting more and more confident and feeling better and better. And you know what? Those routines that I couldn't do at first, those exercises that I couldn't do at first, now have become the ones that I like the most, because they are so good for that part of my body because it needed it so bad. And so now I love those the most, and it feels great, and I've really worked through that. Towards the end of March, doing this January, February, March, I now started to realize I think I've got it memorized and I can do it on my own. I was hesitant at first, a little bit afraid to not put the DVD in because I didn't want to mess up the routine and take a backtrack. But I did it. I broke away, and now I don't have to worry about hauling my laptop in there and setting it up and all that. I can just go in and do the routine. And you know what? Now I'm doing it 4 or 5 times a week, sometimes 3 times a week, because I've got it to a meditative state where it's just something that I've integrated into my life. And so that now was, the 9th thing of getting ahead of the instructor and doing it on my own. Then the 10th and final thing was that as I was going through this, there was a screeching noise on the machine. It irritated me that it was screeching and clanking. And once I eliminated the DVD and the instructor, I could even hear that screeching even more. So finally I figured out where it was, and I got some duct tape. Maybe mad I had to do it. It was a new machine, but I duct taped it up so that I have now figured out how to compensate for something that wasn't working quite right. And I figured that on my own. But then my granddaughters came for the weekend, so I had to take the machine down, take the duct tape off. And then when I put it back up after they left, I thought I'm going to switch it around here maybe and move this side to that side, and maybe it'll fit a little bit better. And you know what? It did. It fit better doing it that way. And so therefore now it clanks without the duct tape. So I figured out how to manipulate around that worked for me. And I feel so great, because I've worked through all of these things, and I definitely feel it in my body. I feel so much better. I'm walking around with ease with no back pain now, 0 back pain, because I pushed through. And if you think about your business and making a decision, whether it's that you want a plan B, whether it's that you know that you might want to save some extra money or take some extra vacation, or that you want an entire change in your life for you and your family, and you want to go for something, you've got to be the one that makes that decision, number 1. Number 2, you've got to decide what it is that you want to do. What business do you want to be in, and who will help you in that business, and make that right choice for you. And then you've got to decide to do it and push the button. And then when you get everything, you're the one that has to figure out how to do it and go out there. And you're going to have the help, like I did with the DVDs in this instance. You're going to have the help of the person that got you into the business, and you're going to need their help for a while, but pretty soon you're going to then be able to break out on your own. You're going to feel so good that you did because you pushed through that. And when all is said and done, you're going to start figuring out ways that it's going to work better for you and how to fit it in your life in a certain way. And you're going to feel so good about the fact that you did it, that you're going to walk around with ease. And you're going to have the personal growth that comes with it and the compensation plan attached. If this helped you today, please share it with others and let them know that I love what I do and I love helping you. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and I hope you have a great day.